porch again. Got some new news on the Fitzgerald in the John S. McCain. It's about 12 hours old. But you kind of got to expect that because they were 12 hours ahead of us. So we don't really get breaking news. The training records have been thrown into the limelight, which I would call the Gundecked training records. This is what Bill has been talking about, and several other guys we've been talking about throughout this series of videos. There's 22 main things that you have to qualify to be able to sail your ship, I guess as a captain. And they ended up taking waivers on like 11 of them, 12 of them, I don't know. It's all a matter of training. And I keep going back to people ask me about, well, why is it this? Why is it that? And I go, why is this not happening on the East Coast? Rota, Spain, Naples, Bahrain. We have forward deployed ships there. It's not happening. It's only on the Pacific side. And I can readily say my first tour on a ship was on the West Coast. West Coast is state duty. Real state duty. Go to the East Coast, you're closer to CNO, Washington, D.C. I was down in Mayport, but I did some training up in Norfolk. Dude, they don't fuck around there. I went through locker leader school in San Francisco. I've told you that before. And I was a repair locker leader on a Perry-class frigate as a Frock E5. Does that tell you how easy it is on the West Coast? On the East Coast, that wouldn't happen. That would absolutely not happen. I went through a float training group in Gitmo on the East Coast. I went through a float training group in San Diego. I'm telling you, it's way more easy on the West Coast. They're so far out there that they appear to not have to comply with all the bullshit. So then you go to these forward deployed ships. They don't get the amount of training, the float training group attention that they should, because we have to get underway. we have to get underway. So they're ditching a lot of the training and signing waivers. It gets friggin' ridiculous. So now, you've got 2 ships to replace. And once again, I harken back to, they don't have the money to forward deploy brand new ships to Japan, because once you do that, you got to move all the family members and the ship, which is bullshit. Forward deploy them for a year to keep the families back in the States, and then rotate them out. Is that a hard concept to understand? Really? No, we want to keep those ships there permanently. You gun-decked the training records. You got caught. Nobody reported it until after the collisions. Both on the Fitzgerald, both on the McCain, and I can't remember if it's the Antietam or the Lake Champlain. One of them was a West Coast ship, and the other was a forward deployed cruiser. What this all boils down to is the Obama Navy finally getting caught because he wouldn't spend the money on the military. Same thing I went through with Carter. Wouldn't spend the money on the military. So it kept getting worse and worse and worse. Alright, just a quick update. And NT8 on the port. Talk to you later.